Okay, so, oh, okay, stretch for a minute, sorry. Now we could go over the other messages with the cards. And these were pulled out one day originally. And like I said, only like the cards that were flipped over. I'm gonna let you know which ones those were as we got reflections. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. Okay. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. And they just made me set it up differently. So we have the Starseed Oracle deck cards, and I think I need to get my book for these two. So, oh, this is so nice. Karmic relationships. Orion, or hold on, never say. I always say it wrong. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. All right, and I'll read as I'll get the book. The next card we have is the Blue Flame. Where is my battery at? Oh, this thing better not die. The Blue Flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integrating time. Let's see. Then we have the Zeta 33, desperation, which is past. Let me show you. I'm trying to get over this before my battery dies. Then we have 69, natural humility, Varia, which is the future. And hold on, because I feel like, oh, it's 44%. We should be good. Let me get the books, which are over here. And shine it. If I can find anything I'm looking for. I didn't find it. Okay. The constellation or Orion. Haha, I got it. It's thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventually unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnated on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion's time. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from different points of view. This goes back to the other part of my message. When we go into active second guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our hearts, we should admit we have we may have reacted because of our own wounds and then find mutual ground. We are all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. Oh, this is nice. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easier to react and take things personally. Oh, it's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defense enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Wow. All right, let me find the next one. So whoever is going to listen to this, you need to go back and listen to part one first. Seriously, I know it's a little bit long, but you will want to, because this kind of, just that card alone really is pretty much the whole message that channel in a nutshell, right? All right, the next card is the Blue Flame. This card is an awakening of energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when you're going through it alone. Elsewhere, there can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with the great potential of healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakenings, activating our physical Kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. That isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate the awakening. Without integration, you can leave us feeling it can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time sacred, deeply sacred, and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. And okay, that takes things slowly. I take things slowly and integrate my experiences each and every day. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experiences each and every day. And this will be the card you will hold on your heart so you can screenshot it. And that goes back to the other message about me talking about how everybody's process is different in their awakening, in their spirituality, in their growth. And those cards I did not see. Didn't look at. It was the reflection and creation card. Now, let's see what we can get. My computer battery is 39. Let's read from about the Zetas. And that is number 33. And this is the Galactic Heritage deck that I'm using as well, which is amazing. I love the creator of it. She's very cool. I understand that she truly didn't create it. She just was the vessel. So I'm very grateful that she was able to be the vessel to create something that's very useful for myself. Some Zeta Fractalia is It says desperation and past. Sometimes when we are in crisis, we make choices from fear and desperation that we later wish we could have taken back. This is true of the Zetas as well. This card asks you to look at the lessons learned by the Zetas and apply them to your life. Never react from fear or desperation. Oh, this goes back to the other one. I get excited. I get so excited. For those choices will be ones that are not aligned with your higher self. Wait, watch your emotions, feel and embrace them. Then let them go. When calmness comes, make your choices from there. If you have already made regrettable choices and it is too late to change them, bless those choices and move on with no regrets. Okay. Okay, so this card represents the underlying energies from which the Zetas acted in trying to heal their species' crisis. Even though they believed they were not connected with their emotions, the collective emo- um, suppressed emotions of desperation was that was what drove them to make the decisions. And sometimes those decisions were based on fear. Ooh, if this card came up in your reading, okay, hold on, that's not important. Uh, okay, hold on, I'm trying to figure out what else. All right, so the question to ask yourself is look at your own life and how you made decisions. All humans feel desperation at some point in their life. Look at how the issues of desperations plays out in your life and see if you can learn to confront and heal your fears before they get to the stage of desperation and decisions are not made from a healthy place. And then we have 69. Guys, natural humility, Lyria, and future. The ancient Lyrians' trait of arrogance eventually transformed into a beautiful trait of natural humility. This humility is not one of low self worth, but instead it acknowledges that all beings, including the self, are equal in the eyes of the universe, and no one is more special than the other. I have to pause and say this really goes back to what I was saying in the beginning, saying that they don't specify themselves as an individual. They truly don't like to categorize themselves because they have this understanding that all is one is all, and they see the bigger picture for real. Okay. This natural humility represents a balanced ego and is essential. Trees talking for the transformation of the species. Look within. Being the process of being the process of knowing that all beings in the universe are equal to you. Yes, even the Buddha. Yes, watch how this thought can be one of the arrogance or profound humility. Therein lies the lesson. That's how they speak. Therein. Okay. So the Lyrian time stream represents the Lyrian culture after they healed their karma and the challenges of the past when they were a young species. That just shows how young we are as a species. Okay. It may mean that you need to look at the world in a more holistic way, embrace the connectedness of all beings, and surrender the view of separation in order to develop a natural humility more completely. Be honest in your self observation and open to the messages from your higher self about what this card really means. All right, so that is that one. Now, where we at? Where we at with that battery? Okay, 35. So they have me lay these out very differently. And they have, deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. And then these are the ones fell out. And this would be the overall message for them. Let me just put this here. So before my battery dies, I want to just pretty much read these. So we have 68, generosity, delirious. Then we have power of sound. That number is 20, Vega. And that has to do with you clearing out your energy. Remember to give, give back in the simplest ways. Give back to nature, give back to yourself, give back to others with a humble heart and a generous heart. It doesn't have to be monetary. It can be in simple ways of spending time with people or spending time in nature. That is given. Nature is a part of us. We all are one. The sound of music will be very healing for you, clearing and cleansing, so you could clear out other people's energy or energies that don't longer serve you. Integrity 101. Asas. Oh, I'm going to get that one wrong. Asin parallel. Then we have the Lyrian era 47, Earth past. Then we have 26, logic and reason. That is the Vega present. And for that, the overall message is 79, renewed hope from the Zeta Galactica present. All right, let's see where we're at. 34. Just in case. You know what I'm going to do? I want to go over all these messages before my computer dies. All right, that is one message. Let me just put it in order. Because I think I'm going to post them. Here I am. So that was another message there. And I'll like post the note. I'll take pictures of what it says in the book and post it. There's a lot happening right now. There's a lot of integration happening throughout all creations, not just us. All creations are integrating a lot of things, and their vibrations, their frequencies is truly going to the next level. So in that means we're ascending, we're going to the next level, which is a beautiful thing. So the next few messages is Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. Okay. And then we have inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. I just get excited. So then this is the overall message for these cards that I'm going to read now. This one flipped over. 88, balance relationships, ladies, future. And then it was on top of these, which I did not see, we have Earth. Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of the world. Okay. And then we have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Yeah. So I'll show you guys. Because whoever is going to be watching these is a very spiritual and attuned, and they pretty much don't need me to read much from the book. And they're very gifted. So sometimes we like to sit with our own things and be able to gain more messages. Imagery is very synchronistic for me. Art is very the channels for that too. So that's why I'm going to show you the back of these, because they have a lot of art. And as I said, I'll take pictures later. I post them for y'all. Then we have the last message. This was the only one that was not flipped over. All the other ones was. 49, missing link. Earth's past, and then I'm going to pull them over with the bar. We have this is so cute. Hold on, let me take this up my coffee. Literally, the way the cards were laid out, this was on top of the cards that were all flipped over, right? So that was I didn't see that card. And then we had at the bottom, Spirit 72, spiritual commitment, Vega, future. Then on top of that, we had number 9, balance, Arcturus. Yeah, they do work with me a lot. A lot. I think they're really, um, they're working with a lot of people right now. And I know that I see their star every night. And they always, you know, I understand about the the frequencies, the lights, and stuff like that. So I see them flickering the colors. I know people probably don't notice things like that, but I really sit with that stuff. And I really sit there and attune to the nighttime and the messages from the stars. Because they're not just stars, they have other creations on the stars. All right, and then we had this, right? Like this inside. 95 Way Showing, Sirius, Future. Yep. And we had 8 Cosmic Midwifery, Arcturus, Parallel. Those were at the bottom, and on top of that, we had number 7, Unconditional Love, Arcturus, Parallel. All of them, like, the missing link is unconditional love, balance, spiritual commitment, balance, Way Showing. There's so much in this. This is the key right here. Yeah. Okay. I have to do this like this. All right. So before the end of the day, I promise that I will post all the pictures and the notes in the book. Okay. For everybody. So I'm gonna do that now. Then I'm gonna go do my yoga and take the pictures of everything, and then I'll put it all together for you guys. I love you all. Continue to grow. Continue to be you. Continue to shine your light, regardless of what others feel. Know and sit in your truth always. Okay. Know that we all are one. One is all is one. To live. Oh, excuse me. To live is to love. To love is to live in God's love with all creations. Okay. I love you all. Enjoy your day. Be blessed and continue to work on your evolution. So I turn this off now.